What's up, everybody? I'm Poon Pete.
I'm Innocent.
And we're Friendly Fire Co-op back playing Divinity Original Sin. Trying... Curveball, not Divinity Original Sin. We're going to try to get through this area now. The spooky woods. Currently, I guess I'm the only one who can, like, walk through right now. Until we can figure out how to, like, turn off the poison fog, if that's a thing that can be done. So we're just going to do a little exploration, while Mason, I guess, just doesn't really do anything. Which is more or less the equivalent of what Mason normally does. But now he's going to be doing even less than usual, if that's even possible.
Of the
journal update.
It seems
journal update and screen at the same time. Oh my god, there's like 40,000 enemies. I'm definitely not going down there. Including Baltog the Adventurer, who is super spooky and has something on his head.
That's a pumpkin.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Maybe like...
Where is our spirit? Where has she fled?
Forest victim.
I remain.
Turn back. These lands belong to her. The queen of the dead, the queen of the doomed, Cassandra. Who are you? I feed the lich. She consumed me. Of her I remain. Tell me about this, Cassandra. The temple is not all it seems. Lower the bridge. Find her bones.
Until next time.
Okay. A corpse in the tree told us that the bridge within the temple will lead us to Cassandra's bones.
She cannot be defeated. She will not die.
Whoa, wait. Why are you here?
Why not?
Did you just teleport at me?
Yes.
Do you think I should just throw the amulet over to Medora and then over to Jahan?
A stranger perversion of nature I've never seen.
And then have each of them walk through and then get to here? Because, like, once you're kind of through the very initial... I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be done, but I feel like it might be. So, let's see. Where is the magic amulet that got me through here? I can't even find it in my inventory. I don't remember what it looks like. Phantom Protection Amulet. Probably that. So, let's, well, I just connected Medora to you there for a second. That was weird. Send Medora through. What level are we right now? Those mobs down there were level 17. We're level 17. When did that happen?
A while ago.
Dude, kids grow up so fast.
Yeah, man. I'll be 20 soon.
Yeah, it'll be my age.
I'll be 21.
Then it'll be my age in a very short amount of time. Unlike you, youngin'. Ugh. So what were you doing today that we couldn't record earlier? I feel like you had some exciting plans.
I was out with my friend.
I saw Snapchats of movies. Did you bang?
Yes, we did.
Yeah? Was it one of your dude friends?
Yeah, me and Brandon.
Alright. For the record, did you bang is basically the question I ask Mason literally every time he goes out to do something. Irregardlessly of what he is or who he's doing it with. Also, I'm fully aware irregardlessly is not a word. Don't get all annoyed about it. If what?
Irregardlessly, he doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going and getting Chinese food.
Wait 1 second. Go no further. Heroma's death. Cassandra, our queen, our rotting mother, ruler of our souls. Who are you? I am her fruit. I am her nectar. I am her ambrosia. Tell me about this, Cassandra. The temple holds her bones. The temple hides her. Open not her tomb.
Until next
Journal update. A corpse in the tree told us that only the dead may enter Cassandra's temple. That is very much not what that corpse told me, even a little bit. Is there a reason you're sneaking right now? Do you see something I don't?
There's a Belagar up here.
A Belagar? Oh, like the
rhyming Belagar.
Like the mage. Where is the corpse here that was just talking? There he is. He was like camo. Turn back. These lands belong to her. The queen of the dead. Oh, I read that every time. Who are you? Okay, I read that also. Tell me about this, Cassandra. Hidden switches like skulls. Hidden switches hide her. The temple.
Until next
journal
time.
Update. A corpse in the trees told us that some skills within the temple are hidden switches. Told us some skills? That doesn't sound right. Also, how do we know this is related to the Forge of Souls, which up to this point we have had
a barrel if you dare.
No,
Perhaps you'll find some treasure there. Perhaps you'll find
no interaction
monster,
for it.
Though.
The Phantom will take you.
Just one way
oh, do I get to pick? Oh,
sure, Mason. I feel like you don't get to do many things, so might as well
look
you
at all
pick.
this loot!
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who will hear your
I'm happy about
blast. A myriad treasures at my fingertips. Lost.
I hope you were choosy at least. Or did you leave the best bit to blow to smithereens?
Wait, you blew it up?
No, I hit the take all loot button.
Okay, did you get it all? No, we got one item before everything was destroyed.
It was a gold item, so worth.
You mean orange?
Gold, close enough.
You mean orange?
Close enough.
So orange?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go fight that big
Phantom
group
will
of
take
spooky
you.
monsters
The
with the
forest will
jack-o'-lantern
hold you.
head guy?
I was just talking to my mic without hitting the push talk button.
Ah, that does not make you very useful for the show. You do, in fact, need to hit the button.
There's a Grill down here. I want to go talk to Grill.
There's a what? Oh, hey.
Grill. He's...
Alright, what do you have to say to me,
Hello
Grill?
there.
Grill, why, blessed souls, untainted in these woods? How is it possible? And what a welcome sight you are to eyes grown so weary of chaos and corruption. Tell me about yourself. Blah, 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 blah. Tell me about yourself. Do you feel the spirit of these woods, blessed one? It's growing fainter every day, overcome by darkness, pain, and terror. My mentor, the forest spirit, is dying, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I am the spirit's apprentice, and it was once our happy lot to care for and heal the flora and fauna of this forest. I have so much still to learn, but my mentor has been overcome by the powerful forces of evil that have invaded our home. Tell me about your mentor. Shira is her name, and the hum of her energy among the trees is growing fainter. A dying heartbeat I know not how to save. We were caught by a terrible demon, a sick soul who thrives on the anguish he draws from others. I escaped only to find that, without Shira's protection, I was an easy target for the Lich Queen. I am a lamb among wolves, and Shira's power is waning. Without help, this forest and all its creatures will succumb to evil. What do you know about this demon? I've seen these woods pass through the hands of terrible fiend after fiend. First came the sorcerers, tainted by cruel magic. Next came the Lich Queen, mired in sorrow and a thirst for death. But I would have served them all in gratitude if it meant we'd be free of Balberith. He thrives on pain, he feeds on it like a bee to a flower. He must have caught whiff of Shira's sanctuary here, her home for creatures tainted by source, and figured he'd found himself a never-ending feast of pain. He captured us both, Shira and I, and so the creatures of these woods were left vulnerable. I managed to escape while he glutted himself upon the fears of an unlucky passer-through. But I could not free my master in time. He keeps her there in his lair even now. Even no? We're gonna say that's supposed to be even now, waiting for her to break so that he may consume her. Let's discuss putting an end to this demon's reign of terror. Is that why you've come? Do you intend to destroy Balberith? Blessed, I knew you were, but your bravery is astounding. To find the demon, you must make a path through the many creatures he's tormented. Tread around them with care, O hero. They have been tainted, but any anguish you inflict upon them will only feed Balberith and make him stronger. Once Balberith is destroyed, Shira will be free. In time, her spirit will heal, and with it, this forest. Thank you, brave, blessed one. Good luck. Do you have anything for me to buy? No, you don't. Not
Until
even a
we
little
meet
bit.
again.
So, does that mean we're not supposed to fight things in here? Because it'll make the guy harder? Or do you think, like, that's, like, not really? It's kind of an idea.
I like fighting the things.
Okay. Oh, wait, Jahan wants to talk. Before we go any farther, Hunter, I believe the time has come that I lay bare the dark truth that bore me across the myriad lands of Rivellon into Sicil and at last into your company. Yes! I love stories! I'm so excited. This is almost as exciting as the Medora stuff, although I've been more into Medora's story up to this point. Alright, my secrets are many and black as night, but in your company I have grown a trust I believed lost to my fellow men. It is time you knew my cause, Hunter, for here my ultimate foe lies in wait. I sense him as a shark senses prey. He likely feels my presence, too. But before I call upon you to fight alongside me, Hunter, and call upon you I will, you deserve to know what has compelled me here. I was a king in a land of beauty to the east, a land of tigers and slender towers, of deserts and forests, of sun and all the world's wealth. I was a young... What?
India?
No, dude, the Agrabah from Aladdin. Everyone knows they had tigers.
Dagobah, okay.
Yes, the Dagobah system. I was a young king, handsome and all-powerful, but I knew my life as a sovereign would be an indulgent, but also a delusory one if I weren't to marry for love. And so a handful of years went by. The king's throne I myself occupied, but the queen's throne remained emptied, but for the court's cats that would nap the afternoons away upon its velvet cushions. But then one day a young woman visited my kingdom. She was a poetess and a storyteller. People flocked to her, listened to her every word as if receiving mantras from the divines. I invited her to my place, and soon our days, our nights, our love, and our lives intertwined. So you were married, but what happened? Something, something, something. Haraka, how I miss her still. Miss the brilliance of her mind that was both as sparkling and as unbreakable as the diamonds that adorned her body. Oh, and how I miss her body. 1,000 artists I could have commanded. Show me beauty, but she would effortlessly have surpassed their every endeavor, and curving her lips into a smile, make them break their sculptures in tearful impotence. And yet, true happiness sang to us like the nightingale, only to depart come the dawn of our first year's unity. A malady overtook me, and I began to wither. What sort of malady was it? None could say. Physicians flocked to my bedside. They traveled from realms across the seas hoping to cure the mighty Jahan, but none of their potions took effect. Their salves seared, but did not soothe my fading flesh. Like a ghoul I looked, never buried and yet risen from the grave. If a ghoul I had become, so a dark turn of thought convinced me, a ghoul's methods I should employ to escape the labyrinthine crypt of corporeal corruption. A necromancer I'd be, yes, only from deep within the deliriums of death would I tunnel my way back into the gardens of life. You resorted to that dark art to save your own life? Indeed I did. Indeed I did unspeakable things, but still, there came no relief. Perversions I created in scores, but they were mere undead all. Creatures so piteous that the thought of cheating death in their guise frightened me more than the swing of the scythe itself. Like mosquitoes in the night, panic and despair beset me until I turned to that darkest of all arts, demonology. So if magic could not cure you, you thought a demon might? Fool was I. I studied tomes so old the dust that fell from their pages never knew the light of stars that now shine. I drew forbidden symbols, I spoke unhallowed words, and from the smoke that rose like a dragon's last breath, a demon appeared to me and said, "Ask, O blighted king, and you shall have. Just tell me," I cried. "Tell me what ails me." And what did the demon say? Haraka. With maddening glee, the demon told me she was one of his kin, a soul-swallowing horror that had been feeding on both my body and my spirit like a leech.
That was unexpected.
Yeah, that was quite the curveball. An ancient being was she that moved from king to king throughout the ages, filling their hearts with love, then draining them of life. After such revelations, does one truly desire to live on? Death seemed like a mother then, welcoming with her all will be well embrace. Yet still I feared exceedingly her seemingly sweet caress and the oblivion that would follow. Release me from her, demon, and give me back the strength of a sickless existence. So went my desperate plea. So you have dealt with demons yourself. How else would I know of their horror? It smiled, of course it did, smiled a bare 100 razors as its eyes alighted with infernal fire. 1,000 years I will give you, it whispered, but then your soul shall be mine. As for your throne, that I'll have now. What say you, O brittle king? Do you accept my terms? Yes, I hissed, fool that I was. I should have died that day, but instead I fell into a stupor and awoke in a different realm of Rivelin, bereft of all my wealth, and with my soul betrothed to a demon's debauchery that would be 10 centuries in the making. But I was changed, a necromancer and a demonologist I'd become, a lowly conjurer of atrocities whose every heartbeat screamed Haraka, and bumped the bitterest of biles through his being. How did you survive? Like a savage I lived in the wilds, a companion of beasts, not man. It was there that I learned to love them so, the animals of this world. These gentle beings that know not the meaning of betrayal or greed, that kill but to feed, not because it brings them wealth or pleasure. And time, resolve settled in my soul, despite being so irrevocably besieged by disillusion. I wouldn't accept the shackling of my being so easily. 1,000 years the demon had given me, and 1,000 years I dedicate to pit my knowledge of demonology against its eponymous creatures. So this is who we'll face, the demon with whom you dealt so many centuries ago? I, Hunter, I am nearly 1,000 years old. 25 of them I was a king. The rest a restless predator. It is my resolve to kill the thing I summoned, and I have been stalking it for well over 9 centuries. Balbrith is his name, and I will send him to the depths of hell before I let him drag me there himself. Alright, I take back everything about being way more into Medora's lore, because, like, that was awesome.
She's done it now.
Jahan's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah,
Not afraid of anything.
Yeah, that was, that was definitely really, really cool lore that I enjoyed very much. Do we want to go fight these things now?
Hold on.
Hold on, what? Are we buffing ourselves?
Terrible, terrible.
What are you doing?
I failed you.
Oh. Leg it! Mason, I don't have time for you to wait for you to cast things.
I'm just gonna teleport him into the middle of them.
You can still teleport him into the middle. Oh, Medora's charmed.
Geez.
Oh god. That could be a very, very... do you have anything that breaks charm?
Death?
That is not the answer that I was looking for.
I can try and charm her back to our team.
Does it work like that?
Hopefully.
Alright, well, we very much can't take a hit from Medora. I'm pretty sure Medora would one-shot you or Jahan and would probably two-shot me. Fingers crossed. Game, please. Wait, what? Mason, what's going on?
Checking things.
Does your one ability get rid of charm? That would be super awesome.
No, it does not.
Ah, that's unfortunate. Fingers crossed.
Oh, it's an invalid target. No.
Oh, God. Alright, well, I was going to say, do you just want to do that thing where you're going to teleport the bomb guy into everybody else?
I can't see over there. I'm going to have to move.
The cart's in the way.
Cart, please.
So what were you doing today regarding Chinese food and such? Nice. That was a good turn. Alright.
I went and I got some Chinese buffet. No.
What Chinese buffet did you go to around here?
There's one in the Mills.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
And it was like, it's like $6.69 for lunch, but I got, we came like 5 minutes too late, and they made us get dinner. And it was like $10
dude,
for
that's how they get you, man.
Yeah.
These bastards. All right, get the knockdown. Yes. And then bless myself.
Can you just, like, blind Medora?
Oh, that's such a good idea. I will do exactly what you just said to do. Wait a second. Is she immune to blind? Well, we're about to find out.
I don't think Medora is, no.
Alright, nice. Perfect plan, Mason. Proud of you. That's how you use the noggin. Every once in a while. And really, like, when I say every once in a while, I mean just really, really rarely.
Wow! Look at all this.
That RNG, finally the CC works out for us. For I don't know how many episodes it's been. Oh my god, she's not blinded! It's no use. Jesus, she just wrecked Jahan's face. She cared not about our puny blind. You mortals think you can blind the mighty Medora? What do you think the mechanics are going to be able to do?
Summon spooky skeletons.
Careful. I've spotted it.
No,
Oh,
they put a trap
that's
down.
actually kind of neat. You could probably do that if we ever actually took the time to disarm traps. We just don't do that.
I actually did disarm 2 traps before this fight.
Oh, really? So do you have
Yeah,
traps?
no.
Oh, that's so annoying. Speed lowered by a boatload. There goes all the action points that I had stored up. That makes me real sad. Also, there goes my movement even more. Mason, did you see the comments that I got about not having any of my equipment blacksmithed, and that's why I don't move very far? You should probably... Oh, no! You should probably blacksmith my armor for me.
Yeah, that might help. I do
Gonna
have
throw
4
that out there.
blacksmiths.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a ton. God, Medora just did so much damage all at once. Alright, Mason, I hope you have...
I really don't want to hit Medora.
Don't hit Medora. Definitely do not hit Medora. I'm going to teleport Medora into their team.
Medella. Magellan is, not charmed anymore.
Oh, nice. Mason, quick history question. What was Magellan famous for?
Exploring, wasn't he?
Do you know what, like, specifically what he did, though?
He had a boat, I know that.
That is what Magellan's famous for. He was the first person to ever own a boat.
Yep.
He came before Noah in the list of famous boat owners.
Well played, Magellan.
Everyone knows
I don't
in
know what you want me to do
their
this
5th grade
I can
history
heal
lesson.
Jahan.
That's not a bad idea. Everyone knows in their 5th grade history lessons when good old you learn about how Magellan bought a boat.
Sailed the ocean blue.
That's actually No, that was Christopher Columbus. Come on, Mason.
Yeah.
Magellan was the first person to circumnavigate the Earth, for the record.
Ah.
Although technically he didn't actually make it. It's just like his crew made it and he died partway through.
Did he?
Yeah, sad
Feels
day for him.
Batman.
Yeah, dude, it feels real Batman. What do we do with Jahan this turn is the question. I wanted to Oath of Desecrate me, but now it doesn't really seem useful, so let's just do this instead. Because this guy is literally always a good answer.
He's the real MVP.
He is the real MVP. Says the
Well,
noise.
she's blinded now.
You know, she is blinded, but she can still, like, spin and such, so... She can still use AoE maneuvers.
I probably should have used Doctor on
Much
her.
like that. Boom!
Oh, well.
There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Did I hit the one guy? It didn't really look like I did. And then we'll move here so that we can get in a nice little circle maneuver. Oh, what? I don't even remember to use that ability ever. They're not allowed to use it too. This is a load of barnacles.
Booze.
That's exactly how I just felt. Like I just played my my eagle horn bow in Hearthstone, which I would never use because I'm not a dirty hunter player. But if I was, I would use that, and then it got oozed immediately, and I would just be real sad.
There goes all of our hunters.
Dude, anyone who has issue with me taking issue with the fact that they play hunter can, like, you guys can suck it, because hunters are scumbags. Yeah, that's right, I went there. How's it feel? How's it feel to be the biggest scumbag in Hearthstone? Worse than Zulocks. That is how I feel about hunters.
I agree.
You're a Zulok, Mason. You're also scum. Just slightly less scum. I had to play Zulok in that game yesterday because I needed some wins with Warlock for my quest. So I went to unranked and won 5 times in unranked because I felt bad doing it in ranked. You gonna make a move here, or you just gonna do your little... Okay, there we go.
Apparently my dad won something.
Your dad won? Once or won? I was trying to figure out why I couldn't see you doing damage, and then I realized Medora was the last character I acted with, so I just can't see anything that's going on. Okay. If I were me, what would I want to do right now? I believe the answer is this, because we need to take out this guy. He's too scary to leave alive. Hashtag too spooky. Did Mason actually not do any damage to that?
Who?
Did you not do any damage to Balog when you attacked him?
Yeah, I did.
Why does it look like he has, like, no damage done to him?
He clearly has damage done on my screen.
I mean, he does have damage done, but it seemed like you should have done more, I guess is
because apparently I'm not behind him.
Okay. That explains why you did, like, no damage, because you're basically useless from the front. Don't cast the Death Knight spell. Let's cast Heal. And that's all I got. That's all I got with Jahan this turn. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the money play. Oh, I can't even reach him, really? Here comes the money play. How even is it not hitting him? Whatever, F it. There's the money play. I hit the F out of that chest. Suck it,
Well played,
chest.
It will work.
God. Medora's blinded, so I can't even see. No, I kind of can't see.
The
so
whole
what?
Binding of Isaac is up for pre-order thing.
Yeah.
It's like 30% off if you pre-order it.
It's
I thought
30%
that
off
was pretty
if
cool.
you pre-order it and own the previous one.
Which was like 5 cents, like 90 billion times.
That's
and
also
you're bad if you don't own it.
very, very true. All of those statements are true, especially the last thing Mason said about being bad if you don't own it. Did you see Man vs. Game did like a bit of a short video of it? It's on the Binding of Isaac website.
No, unless it was the interview with the one guy.
It was not the interview. He was playing it. It was right after he got interviewed by the one guy.
No, then.
Okay. If anyone out there that watches us also likes Binding of Isaac, and you don't know, go to bindingofisaac.com, and careful, spoilers, because it shows a playthrough with some new items. But if you're interested, bindingofisaac.com has a playthrough of Man vs. Game playing basically what I believe is a completely finished version of the game. It shows some new items. It's really cool. So yeah, check that out if you were so inclined to do so. It's very neat. There's my mandatory Binding of Isaac plug of the night.
Did you just hit the poison mine?
Yeah, I did. I didn't even think I could do that, but apparently that's a thing that can totally happen.
Well played. Wow, Medora's almost dead.
Yeah, she is. Oh my God! What, did she get hit by that? What?
She has a Constitution lowered arrow.
I know she does, but she had that. She has 29 health. She must have got hit by the mine. It's fine. I got this. We got the second nuke heal now, man. That's all we need.
Oh yeah, jeez, I forgot he had that.
Please.
Yeah,
Yes.
The Chinese place is called like TJ's or something, and it was delicious.
Mason, I assure you that TJ Maxx does not serve Chinese food. I don't know what you think you're doing.
You're doing it wrong if they don't.
Do you exclusively get your Chinese? Dude, okay. So, are you familiar with what bubble tea is?
Yeah.
Okay. There is
It can either be really gross or really, really good.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But there's a restaurant near my college that serves bubble tea and chicken wings.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the Chinese place that I went to today had French fries.
Yeah. Oh,
and
dude,
chicken nuggets.
yeah,
as well.
they do that on the buffets all the time.
I don't understand that.
Have you never seen that?
No.
Oh yeah, dude. Chinese buffets. It's like they'll always have like one line of American food, and it'll be like Chinese, or it'll be like pizza, French fries, chicken wings, chicken nuggets, just like potato skins. Basically anything you can buy frozen and cook in bulk in an oven.
You know, that marksman cast like that absorb the elements spell.
Yeah.
That seems like it should be a real big nuke.
Absorb the elements?
It shook the screen and had like a giant beam of light come.
Oh god, they're just all about the debuffs on Medora. All about the Constitution lowering debuffs. But yeah, chicken wings and bubble tea. Like, I like both of those things, but I feel like never in my life will I ever want both of them at the same time. Like, that just doesn't sound... How are you not behind him?
Because the skeleton is bad and I should feel bad.
But yeah, everything about that sounds disgusting to me. Like, I just... Not a fan. Did I tell you about the Chinese restaurant I went to recently that had a Chinese menu and an American menu?
No.
Okay, so after I did a 5K a couple weekends ago, I went to a Chinese restaurant, and I was, like, looking through the menu, and I was... What?
He's gonna let me hit him?
Okay.
Not from behind, but it does.
You still got a critical hit, so you know, that's a plus.
Are you kidding me?
No, well done, Mason.
Well played.
There we go. I'll finish him off. And then also, I'm going to hit this guy. But, hold on 1 second. I gotta take my turns and I can continue my story. It's hard to think. I'm just going to end the statement there. It's just hard to think.
I can agree with that occasionally.
I'm sure you can.
Like 99% of the time.
This has mass disease. I don't use this very often, but... Oh, of course they are. I don't know why I wasn't... Yeah, I don't even know why I didn't think of that. Just every once in a while, I'm not on my A game. Good thing this guy's blinded. Just can't miss. Okay, so anyway, so I went to a Chinese restaurant, and I'd been there before, and I got General Tso's chicken, and I was like, man, this General Tso's chicken's really good. So I went back, and their menu had changed. I was looking through, and I was like, man, where's General Tso's chicken? All I could see was like more bizarre foods that I wasn't used to. Yeah. And then I got towards the back, and on the back, on like one of the pages towards the back, it said American menu. And then I turned to the next page, and it was like General Tso's chicken, Kung Pao chicken, Hunan chicken, Mongolian beef. Like basically everything that like we call Chinese food was on the American menu. So obviously,
well, it is true.
Yeah, it's really very much true. So obviously, I had to take that opportunity to eat some real Chinese food. No one in my family would get it. They were like all afraid. But I got a Szechuan duck breast soup. It was delicious. It was spicy, and it had duck in it, and it had very good noodles, and it was awesome. And I highly recommend it. Anyone out there that lives in a place near a restaurant that serves like real Chinese food, and if you're hesitant to do it, eat it. It's awesome. It's way better than what we think Chinese food is, I can guarantee you. We have a really terrible idea of what Chinese food really is.
And then I watched some scary movie.
What'd you say?
And it was called Stitches.
Like snitches get stitches?
No, it was a clown movie.
Oh, dude, clown movies are basically objectively the scariest thing in the world.
But it wasn't like a jump out scary movie. It was just considered a horror movie.
Oh, so it's actually a good scary movie because jump out and scary movies are like the cheapest form of entertainment.
It was hilarious.
Oh, so it wasn't actually scary?
Yeah, the clown, like, in the beginning of the movie, they were like at a birthday party. Spoilers, I guess.
Spoilers for the movie Snitches on Netflix.
Stitches.
It was on Netflix?
It was on like the top 25 watch list.
Okay.
And wow, he just did a ton.
Yeah, he did. That was nuts.
Good thing I charmed him. Did he just take 2 turns in a row?
No, first the other guy took a turn and got hit by an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot that guy was over there. I was really hoping he was going to fortify the charm. The guy, that would have been funny. So what happened with the movie? That's extremely unfortunate.
So, in the first, like, 5 minutes, they're at a birthday party, and this clown slips on the floor and falls face first into a knife that was in the dishwasher. Because, like, the dishwasher was partly open.
Because that happens all the time.
And then he stands up, takes the knife out of his head, slips on the blood on the floor, and it falls back in his head. Yep.
So it was just like a goofy horror movie.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like.
Yeah, and he comes back to life. And
of course he does.
To people. Because apparently clowns have like this secret society, and they paint their faces onto eggs. And
wait, is this in the movie?
Yes.
They paint their face on their eggs. Why? Like they're just really into Easter eggs?
Whenever you become a clown,
okay,
you paint your face on an egg. You're a clown face on an egg.
Okay.
And it makes you immortal.
Oh.
Yes.
Of course. And as they do it, do all the other clowns chant "No way in, no way out"?
There was some chanting. I don't think it was "No way in."
That sounds like all the stuns. Like seriously, all of the stuns. That sounds like the worst film ever.
Oh, it was great. It was great. And then this guy had like a birthday house party, and everybody was just getting killed. But it was the only the 6 people who were at his the birthday party in the beginning of the movie.
Because of course.
Yeah.
So would you watch the film? Would you recommend the film to our viewers?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
All right. I feel like you don't watch many films. Why did you decide to watch a bad film when you finally decide to watch a film?
Gonna die.
Yeah, she is.
Or I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you are. Go! That's the sound effect for the almost dying sound effect.
Why did I get stunned?
Because you're like in the electric water. Bam! Oh! Boom! Knocking them down like bowling.
Run them down.
I really wish I could cast a bigger heal on Medora. It's really not worth casting a small one. What do I want to do here? Let's oh, slightly too far. Take 1 action point. 1 action. There we go. And yeah, this guy can suck it. You go in the stun water. I broke the chest.
Here, please.
It's worth it. That guy is really annoying and just keeps stunning people.
The chest loses the loot.
The only thing that fell out was good full plate armor, so we may have lost some level of loot.
Our enemies have laid a trap.
Dude, he's real sneaky. Put that trap right in front of me. Never saw it coming. God, the CC in this fight is real. Alright. Let's just prepare ourselves for the explosion. We're preparing ourselves for the explosion fest. It's coming. It's the epic maneuver music. I don't really have an epic maneuver to associate with it. I just felt like it was time to make it. Let's go ahead and give Poom Pete, give you some bonus. And then also, since you're unstunned, oh, you should finally be unstunned because of the water, the
yeah, but
electricity
I'm still gonna like die.
Yeah, Medora's probably gonna die too, so it's fine. Oh you are so low. Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you noticed.
When did you get so low on health?
They've been casting wiggle worms at me this entire fight.
I haven't even noticed even a little bit. I was engrossed in your clown story. Did these guys Oath of Desecration? Wow, I've never seen an enemy use Oath of Desecration in this game, I don't think. At least I'm still alive. Let's just focus on the really important things like me. I think that's always a good
Why does this guy have 1 billion action points?
I think he was blinded, maybe. No, the other guy's blinded. No, where's the blind right now? I don't even know. Oh God, I'm bleeding.
This mechanic's gonna come over and wonk me.
Ow, paper cut. I weakened him. I weakened him. God save the queen! You're still alive, because he stunned himself.
Are you kidding me?
Do I just explode and kill Medora? Actually, I wouldn't hit that many enemies. It's probably not worth it.
Worth.
Worth? Yeah? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always worth.
If you say so. Bum, ba, dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna hit many enemies, Peter, please.
I hit 3. It's not that many. That, it does, I feel like that move did deserve the epic maneuver music though, so that's always exciting.
What is the epic maneuver music?
What the dun 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 dun? It's from the Continue show.
Are you sure it's not like dun 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 no 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 like the Pirates of the Caribbean music?
Mason, you can't sing that song. Disney will sue us.
Oh man.
Yeah.
RIP channel.
They have so many. They have so much money that they can even afford to monitor small channels like us. They just monitor everything on the internet for copyright infringement. Literally everything. Medora's dead. That was kind of bound to happen though, so I'm not too sad about it. This fight is taking a long time, and at no point have I felt like we're gonna lose. I just feel like this is a long fight.
I mean, I've been stunned for literally
You
ever.
have been stunned for literally ever. You gotta get out of that blood, man. At least at least all of the other ones have been stunned as well. So like,
I'm gonna take
you're
my
not
opportunity
dead.
to do this.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen. It's a shame stun doesn't give you action points. You would have 1 billion. You'd have literally all of them. You got any other moves up your sleeve, or is it just to cure wounds? I bet this is a teleport. Yeah, it is. I was about to say, you should probably just teleport everybody near me. Because boom! Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. There we go. There's the Pirates of the Caribbean music for you, Mason.
Thank you.
Let's give myself another fire shield also, because, you know, can never have too many fire shields. And the good old tale of the man who had too many fire shields. So what?
I went to a branch campus with my friend today to go pick up another one of his friends.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say to actually look at colleges, and I was like, what?
No, let's not be real. I'm not a real person.
Exactly. So
I don't do real
you went
things.
to a branch campus.
To pick up.
Of what college? Penn State.
To pick up one of my friends.
Okay.
And I've got a haircut recently, and so my hair is super duper short.
Yeah, don't you look a bit neo-Nazi-ish, if you will?
Yes.
Okay.
So we go, and I sit down across the table from one of his friends that I've met like twice before, and he's only seen me with longer hair because I usually have a faux hawk.
Because Mason is just the biggest douchebag you can imagine. Not only is he a hipster, but also he's a hipster that somehow can do a faux hawk, which I feel like is against hipster rules. I really don't know how you're allowed to get away with that. I feel like you need to talk to someone.
Flannels, so. And they're just like, this kid's good enough. And then, so he was just like, man, you look like you're 30. So I was just a bit taken aback by that.
I never thought you looked that old.
Yeah.
Ah, I really wanted to hit that last guy. That's the whole point of all that moving that I did. Just go ahead and punch this guy once. Darn it! What do I got? What do I got? Let's give him one of these. I don't know what one of these is yet, but let's give it to him.
Right hook.
Let's give him one of these. There we. Oh, the stun. The stun, so nice. And then also give them one of these.
So you're watching the football game?
I'm not watching it. I will be watching the game as soon as. You mean American handball, egg ball?
American handball, egg ball.
Yeah. I will be watching the game as
Cabbage
soon
ball.
as we're done recording, but because I love our viewers so much, just for you guys, I'm not watching the football game right now. American hand-egg ball game. Darn it. It's hard to remember. This is actually a really long episode. I'm just going to apologize in advance for everybody that's like, I know we're the time. This fight is just taking forever. And there's no way in the world we could have known that this fight was going to take this long before. And even if we did, what'd you want me to do? End the episode at like 14 minutes? That's when I do that, everyone's like, you guys are going to take forever to beat the game at this pace.
Yeah.
Why did I hit the guy that time and not the last time? He didn't move. He's on the ground. Whatever. Whatever, man. Can I kill this guy? Zap. Nope, but I can stun him even more. We're getting there, man. Almost there. 2 more. Don't stun me. Don't stun me. Don't, just don't. Just stop. Stop everything that you're doing. Okay, resisted the stun.
Well, if you're curious, we're losing.
We're not losing. Oh, you mean the football game? I thought you meant
Yeah.
this fight, and I was like, when did that happen? We're definitely winning.
Yesterday.
What's the score?
When did I burn? What is this?
When did I burn? But how does one the plants?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Dude, I was shaking. So my student organization had like recruitment week last week, and we had like a meet the members night where like new members got to meet us, and I was there and I was like shaking hands with just people with the smallest hands ever, and I was just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, I felt like a monster. I'm not that big, but like I just felt like a freak of nature shaking hands with these people. Anyway,
Peter, why are you such a terrible person?
that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe if you'd like to see more Divinity content in the future, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.